Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schutze. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you a really fun recipe for a toasted orzo risotto. Many of you may be thinking orzo risotto, but orzo is a pasta and risotto is a rice dish. True, but keep in mind that risotto is a style of cooking. The dish just happens to be named after that. So join me now as I show you how fun and easy this dish is to make. With this time, I'd like to say thank you very much to all the current subscribers. I really appreciate your support. First timers and repeat guests, welcome. And if you've not done so and you enjoy the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, be up to our latest posts. Let's get cooking. Well, to begin, I have a little trick I like to do with pasta a lot of times. I will toast it. So take your orzo pasta and put it in a bowl and then add some oil to it. I'm using a blended oil of sunflower and extra virgin. So go ahead and mix it around until the entire grain, if you will, of pasta is covered or coated with the oil. Then go ahead and spread it out on a sheet pan lined with parchment paper or silicone mat, as I'm using right here, or Silpat. Let's go ahead and spread it out. A single thin layer. You don't want to pile it, as the obviously the underneath would be deflected from the heat and it won't color. So now that we have this spread out, we're going to go ahead and place it into a preheated oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Check on it every 5 or 6 minutes, and as it starts to develop a brown color, go ahead and take a wooden spoon and stir it around. You're trying to get a nice toasted brown color all the way around. See how it's starting to toast? So now what we're going to do is stir this around, get us a nice even coloring. Be very careful when you're doing this because it's a pretty delicate procedure, I guess. Very much like, let's say, making caramel. As you start to get the color coming along, it's a little bit light. It's just little by little getting darker and darker. And then you're just under the perfect color and you walk away to do something, you come right back 5 seconds later and it's burnt, it's too late. So here we have a nice toasted color. This took about 7 to 8 minutes or so. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in for 1 more minute just to kind of get some of these other little granules of orzo to toast up a little more evenly. Well, here you go. Our pasta is toasted nicely, nice even brown color, slight nutty aromatic going on. So now we're ready to cook the pasta. So from here, we're gonna have a pot of salted water boiling, and once it comes to a boil, let's cook it. Now our salted water is brought to a boil. Let's go ahead and add our pasta. 2 ways you can do this part of it. One, you could cook it like regular pasta, gallon of water or whatever, and then add your pasta, allow it to cook. What I do with mine is I do mine a little different. In this one, I'm cooking for 4 people. So I have 8 ounces of dried orzo and only 32 ounces of water. I'm gonna go ahead and cook this. And the reason is I'm almost cooking it like rice, to where the liquid cooks off of it, and whatever liquid is left, if it's only a little bit, I can then add my Parmesan to it and then go ahead and doing the style of risotto by agitating it, by stirring it. So cook this until the orzo is done. Should be about 8, maybe 9 minutes. To begin, while the pasta is about halfway through, what I want to do is preheat my saute pan over high heat. Add some oil. Then I'm going to put in my onions and my diced fennel. We're going to go ahead and saute this for about 5 minutes. Well, here we go. Our orzo is cooked. Now I have a little bit of water left into it, and there's a reason. Because once the vegetables are done and I add to it, I'm going to go ahead and add my Parmesan, and that liquid that's in there is going to help make it creamier. Now I'm gonna add corn. It's summertime, so why not take advantage of the freshest vegetables out there? And the Silver Queen corn is, oh, it's amazing. So nice and sweet. Well, now that the corn is cooked, let's go ahead and add our squash, zucchini, and eggplant. Feel free to utilize whatever vegetables you have on hand. This is a dish that's very flexible. You can do this any season. Do it with butternut squash, acorn squash, pretty much anything. Tomato risotto, corn risotto, mushroom. Let's go ahead and season with salt. And go ahead and allow this to cook for about 3-4 minutes. So now at the very end, I will add fresh garlic. I don't like the garlic going in too early. Just afraid it gets bitter, it burns, things like that. So now, putting it in at the end is gonna make it a little more aromatic and a little more pungent. So now that our vegetables are about 75% of the way cooked, let's go ahead and remove it from the heat. Let's go ahead and add our pasta back to the heat. Now it's back up on there. Let's go ahead and add our vegetables. Let's go ahead, turn the heat down to low. Go ahead and fold everything in. Go. Now I'm going to add my Parmesan. And go ahead and start stirring it. In fact, it's still pretty hot, so I'm going to remove it from the heat. Turn it down. Off, I meant. Just want to make it nice and creamy and not burn. So go ahead and keep working it in. What I will do also is I will add some heavy cream to it. Now in risotto, I would never, ever, ever add heavy cream. But for this particular dish, I do. Now that our risotto is finished, it's cooked, everything is brought together. It's a little loose, and that's simply because it is still so hot. But as it would sit and cool down a little bit, it will thicken. The seasonings are on point, so now I want to finish off with some fresh tomatoes from the garden. And we have some black strawberry tomato. This adds just a little color, nice flavor. And here we go. We're now ready to serve. Well, there you have my toasted Orzo pasta. I told you it's a very simple dish. And let me tell you that toasting the pasta is a game changer. It literally takes an ordinary pasta to a whole new level. I mean, it's a whole different product at that point. Feel free to use any seasonal vegetable. Corn, Orzo risotto is nice. Even with the toasting of the pasta, I love to do that when I'm making macaroni salad or any type of composed salads. I'll do a Southwest pasta salad, and many times there I will toast the pasta. When cooking it, feel free to cook the pasta ahead of time and leave it cold, and then saute your vegetables, add your pasta to that, and then add your liquid and your stock or water or whatever, and your Parmesan, and then continue with the risotto process. Mine, I add a little cream into it as a substitute. I actually prefer in this particular dish is to add a little bit of mascarpone. The mascarpone will help keep everything creamed out, but yet not liquidy and soupy, because as the heavy cream will do for you. This dish is good enough to stand alone as an entree, or you can use it as an amazing side dish for a nice piece of salmon or steelhead. We garnish, finishing off, you could use fresh spinach or kale even, arugula, fold into it. I chose to garnish with basil oil. We have tons of basil in the garden, so I try to burn some up. And that's all I have. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. I'd love for you to give it a shot. For any dish, even macaroni and cheese, go ahead and toast your pasta and then make your dish as you do and send me a message and let me know what you think about it compared to regular pasta versus the toasted pasta. Thank you very much for joining. Yo,